Hello and welcome back. I feel like I have been gone forever. I feel like I am starting from the very beginning again, which is kind of crazy. So anyway, if you watched my last video, I mentioned that I was going to start doing some different stuff and how terrified I am of watercolor, which blows my mind. But, because I paint, it's, but watercolor is so different. It's so unpredictable. And anyway, we're going to watercolor. So for those of you that don't know how to watercolor and want to learn with me, pause your video, go get you some stuff, or watch the video and then rewatch the video. That'll work. I'm going to show you the supplies that I'm going to use. When I watch videos, I like to know what they're using. I want to see their junk. That's why I like watching craft room videos so much, because I can see other people's junk. So I'm going to show you what I use that, will be off camera. For water, dirty water, clean water, these are jelly jars. They came from Menards, but I really like them for that. So, water. One of the YouTubers that I watch use this Fluid 100 300 GSM cold press paper. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you people. This watercolor paper is stupid crazy expensive. But it, from what everybody says, it makes a difference. So I got the good stuff. My brushes, Burger basket. I used to sell it, if you can see that. I don't have very many watercolor. This is what I have, watercolor. And actually these black funky ones I bought on Amazon, these are cheap. I'm not impressed with these. However, I got these. These are cheap. I got these at Joann's. They don't sell them anymore. But I love these. And now, unfortunately, you're going to hear a TV in the background. So, we're going to get this finished up and then I will voice over later. I bought this on Amazon. It's a little porcelain dish for mixing colors. Kneaded eraser for drawing. These are antique pencils, folks. I don't know who has the Derwent company now, but I know it's not Rexel. This store no longer exists. I bought these back in like 1989. They were $12.75. I have done, these pencils have mini miles on them. And they're still this long. I will never, ever have to buy another set of drawing pencils. I absolutely love these. So, if these from 1989 and they're still this long, spend the money on good drawing pencils if you're into drawing, because they last. It's an investment. I'm going to start out with using these Sennelier watercolors. I had a little play with them yesterday. And let me just tell you, I'm worried, folks. So, okay, I can't watercolor. However, I like to spend money, clearly. These are the brands of watercolors that I have. I was testing them and trying to repeat what I see on YouTube. Just playing around, mixing colors, and yeah, I'm worried this might be my only watercolor video. So, these, I think I like these best. So, here is what I have drawn. If you can see that, I don't know if it's going to show up. It's a ladybug. I also have a new light. So hopefully my lighting is a little better. I think you can make up most of it. Ladybug. I traced it on some tracing paper. Maybe you can see this one better, it's darker. So I drew this out. I was gonna draw it on camera, but I didn't think anybody would want to watch me draw. I don't like watching people draw. So, I mentioned how expensive the paper is. So, I cut it down. Way, 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 way down. Especially since I fear I'm really gonna suck at this. So I can do, 4 little paintings here. I think what I might do, and the reason why I traced the bug is so I can do the bug, several times and do it in different mediums. I'm not sure how pastels would work on this, but, we're gonna try. First, we're gonna watercolor this ladybug. This was off of, here, I wrote everything down. Fluid 100 cold pressed cotton paper, 300 GSM. The photo was from Pixabay. And I already said what watercolors we're using. So, I'm so nervous. I don't know why. This is probably super gonna suck. So, here goes nothing. What I've also seen, what other people do. I think I'm so scared of watercolors because I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't even watercolor in high school. So, I'm clearly going off what I have learned from YouTube. That's it. You're supposed to spray your watercolors. So we're gonna use my little distress sprayer here. I'm gonna go off camera. You get them wet and let them sit. So they're all pretty. I just love all the color. So, all right, I have my water. I have my reference photo. So here we go. I don't even know where to start. I wish I had somebody standing here with me. Which, this is stupid. I don't know. I don't know. So, let's see. If we want it to bleed, we want wet on wet. And we're going to work in very, very small sections. Because I am so new and I forgot paper towel. Okay, so right here I am talking about what tape I'm using. It is drafting tape. It has a lower tack. And I have fast forwarded through the majority of this. And unfortunately, you are going to keep seeing my hair popping into the video. I was trying to spare you watching all of it. However, I wish I could speed this up a little bit more for the sake of the length of this video. I think I may cut some of this out because I have an hour and a half of footage. Nobody wants to watch all that. From hindsight, after my first little painting here, I definitely need a lot of work. I see mistakes. The legs are hideous. The shell looks flat. My red is overworked. It's kind of a hot mess. So there's that. So I have finished the red, and although I have done very little on the red, I had already started to realize that I was using way too much water. Although this is only my very first painting, I did learn a lot. It's definitely got a lot to do with the control of how much water is in your brush. And you see me slathering it on. I got way too much water on there. But you live and learn. And see, I should have just washed the whole thing because, you know, black is going to cover over that red. But, you know, you live and learn. And I've heard other watercolor, well, I'm not going to say other, I'm not putting myself in that category. But I have heard watercolor artists say that it takes a while to learn how to control the water in your brush. It's definitely gonna take me a minute. Not one picture by no means. So I continue on, and I think we're just going to fast forward a little bit more so you can I can get you closer to the end. You don't want to watch me mix and paint either. So here I am just finishing up the last touches on the legs, the little hairs. The legs did not turn out quite as well as I would have liked them to. And now that I am sitting here editing the video, I realized that up there by the head on the left side, the white spot, I left it pointed. It's supposed to be rounded like the other side. Yeah, well, I made it unique, right? I'm not going back and fixing it. It is what it is. All right. It's done. I tore the paper a little bit right there because I got carried away with that. Drafting paper's not supposed to tear. But anyway, it's not terrible, I don't think, but it's not great. My favorite part is actually where the water just did its own thing. That's my favorite part. This is okay. Definitely got a lot of work to do. I definitely understand what she says. Miss DeMassey, Louise, I think it's Louise DeMassey, Lois DeMassey, I think it's Louise. When she talks about your color being overworked. My red is very overworked. There's really no dimension to the shell. Michelle is flat. It doesn't have, you can't see any contour in it, which if I did color pencil, because, you know, I've had years of experience with color pencil, you would be able to tell that this would look domed. However, for my very, very first time, I don't think it's terrible. It's not terrible. Let me know what you think. If you've had some experience in watercolor, what do you think? I'm not overly happy with it, but it's my first time. So, all right, let me know in the comments and I will see you next time.